to roll? I'm going to tell you a very old story, and it's called The Five Sons. But it easily could be called The Five Worlds, and that is because the world is created and destroyed 4 times before its current incarnation. This is a creation story of the Aztec, also known as the Mexica. Though there's little documentation, there are many versions with slight variation to this creation myth. You can find them in the Popol Vuh, the Florentine Codex, the Chimalpopoca Codex, and in Leyenda de los Soles. In this story, the world progresses through several imperfect iterations before the current world that we inhabit today. This is the Mexica Sunstone, also known as the Aztec Calendar Stone. It also tells the tale of the 5 sons, but only if you know how to read it. Pay attention to these 4 glyphs right here. They're important. This is the tale of the 5 sons. The first world was presided over by Tezcatlipoca, which means smoking mirrors. He was the god of the night sky, the god of sorcery and jaguars. In this world, there was giants, and they did not sow maize or till the soil. They ate wild fruits and roots, and they were destroyed when the world was consumed by a swarm of jaguars. The second world was presided over by Quetzalcoatl, the god of wind and dawn. It was populated by people who subsisted on pine nuts. They were turned into monkeys when a giant hurricane destroyed this world. The third world was presided over by Tlaloc, which means one who lies in the land. He was the god of rain, fertility, and water. The people that inhabit this world lived off of aquatic plants, but this world was destroyed by a fiery rain, and the people were turned into birds and butterflies. The fourth world was presided over by Chalchihuatlicue, she of the jade skirt. She was the deity of lakes and rivers. The inhabitants of this world ate seeds. The mountains were washed away, and the heavens came crashing into the earth when a great flood destroyed this world. And as that happened, its people were turned into fish. This is the fifth world, the world of Nahue Olim, the son of movement. This is our world, and this is how it was born. When all was in darkness, and no sun had yet shone, and no dawn had broken, the gods gathered at Teotihuacan in council. They said amongst themselves, who will take it upon themselves? Who will take it upon themselves to be the sun, and who will bring the dawn? 2 gods volunteered, Tecusistecatl and Nanahuatzin. Tecusistecatl was a lavish god, and he could offer expensive things, like fir branches made of quetzal feathers, grass balls made of gold, agave made of green stone tipped with red coral points, and only the best quality incense. Nanahuatzin was more humble. He could only give meager offerings. He gave green rushes, pine needles, and actual agave. But he gave more. He gave his blood, and the incense he offered was made of his sores and pustules. For 4 nights, Tecusistecatl and Nanahuatzin underwent penance. And for 4 nights, Tecusistecatl and Nanahuatzin underwent purification. And for 4 nights, they fasted atop of 2 hills. Finally, the congregation of gods said, take courage, Tecusistecatl, and cast thyself into the flame. Tecusistecatl charged the pyre, but it was too bright and hot, and he retreated. He tried again, and once more the flames were too much, and he withdrew. 4 times did he charge the flames, and 4 times did he falter. Nanahuatzin was then called upon. Take courage, Nanahuatzin, and cast thyself into the flame. Humble Nanahuatzin tempered his heart, and he closed his eyes, and with determination he leapt into the pyre with resolve. Both encouraged and ashamed, Tecusistecatl shortly followed. Their bodies crackled and sizzled in the flames until they were no more. after both the gods had burned completely. The other gods looked to the heavens, and they saw it glow red about them. And then in the east, they saw Nana-Watsu, and he circled on the horizon. His bright rays penetrated everything, and he was impossible to look at. So magnificent and bright, no longer simple, sickly, and humble, Nana-Watsu had returned as Tonatiuh. He was the sun. Te-Kusistekatl shortly followed, another brilliant light. With 2 suns, the gods thought it would be too bright. It was too much. And so one of the gods came forth, and with a rabbit pelted Te-Kusistekatl in the face. And that is why you can see the shape of a rabbit in the moon. But something was amiss, and the gods were deceived. Tonatiuh refused to move. He demanded fealty and blood sacrifice. The gods finally agreed amongst themselves that they must sacrifice themselves up to make Tonatiuh move across the heavens. And so one by one, Quetzalcoatl cut out their hearts and offered them up. Finally, Quetzalcoatl, god of the wind, blew and moved Tewa across the sky. And this is how Nahweh Olim was created, the 5th sun, the sun of movement. And just as the gods had sacrificed themselves, so too must humans do so to ensure Tonatiuh will continue to move across the heavens. And without such sacrifice, the world will fall apart. One note, and that is that last pyramid you saw was not Aztec, that was Maya, but it's still fun.